This year I've read 10 new mangas, and today I thought I would run through them, give you my opinion, a bit about the plot, and whether I think they're worth reading or not. Most of them are shoujo, romance, school life, slice of life mangas, and if they're not, then I'll specify. And when I say new mangas, I mean new to me and not actually like new releases, as in it's come out 2023, 2024. Some of them might have, but yeah, by that I just meant they're new to me. I'm just gonna get right into the video. I hope you find some good manga recommendations, and please, if I ask for advice on something and you've read that manga, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So first up, we've got It Takes More Than a Pretty Face to Fall in Love, and I love this manga. Oh my goodness. It is on par to maybe being my favorite of the year. I know we're in March, but that's how much I'm loving it. And it follows Sana and Ugou, and Sana is in high school and she's obsessed with pretty faces, more specifically Ugou's face, who is the face of the high school's Instagram account. She's obsessed with him. Everyone knows that she's obsessed with him because she said it openly in class, and there becomes a situation where Sana has to help Ugou with the Instagram account because he needs to get to 100,000 followers, otherwise he's gonna get excluded. It's about how they work together and them learning more about each other. I am just in love with Ugou. He has such a serious exterior, but he is a softie underneath all of that. And he hates being judged and only liked for his looks. He wants to be liked for what he's like inside and his personality. Obviously, Sana is obsessed with pretty faces, so she comes across when they first meet as one of those people that doesn't really care about the person, only cares about the looks, but they've become to get to know each other. I think he is a green flag and I'm loving where it's going so far. It's got 9 volumes. I think it's still releasing because I'm sure I've caught up with it all, or the uploads are catching up, but I know there's 9 volumes and I believe it's still ongoing. I'm freaking loving it. Give it a watch. Next, we've got Chihiro-kun Only Has Eyes for Me, and this follows Michi and Chihiro. He is a designer and she is a kind of quiet girl who doesn't have much confidence, and they bump into each other and instantly he's like, I love you, you're my muse, I need you in my life. She's a bit like, you're a freaking weirdo, get away from me. But then she gets to know him a bit more. You find out he didn't mean to be so weird and he's just like, you're actually my muse. I want to design clothes for you and you're going to help me be a better designer. Please work with me. She ends up working with him. When she wears his clothes, she gets more confident, and it's about their story together. There is a couple of other male characters in the mix as well. It's not so just those two in the storyline. I'm loving it. I'm so happy I found this manga because I was really put off it when I saw it on TikTok and Pinterest, because I did put this off for a long while because it was weird that he was literally, I love you, you're my muse, I'm obsessed with you, and I hate insta love. But then you find out he just meant you're my muse and you make me feel more creative and I can design, and yeah, just please help me with my career basically. Then I was like, okay, I can get aside this insta love situationship going on. I'm really enjoying it. Again, another good read for the year. Then we've got, oh my God, okay, this next one was recommended quite a bit on my recent YouTube videos where I'm ranking all the 52 shoujo mangas I read last year, and that is Yona of the Dawn. This is so good already. I'm only in 6 chapters, people. I have watched the anime, which I loved, but I was disappointed with how it ended. It ended so abruptly, but people say there's so much more to the manga. I mean, it's 42 freaking volumes still ongoing. So yeah, I can imagine there is a lot more, and I'm thankful for that. So I've been putting it off because it's such a big manga, but people in the comments were like, you've got to read it. It's so, so good. So I have, And at the moment, it's not disappointing. It's very on brand with the anime. So I'm excited to get past what I've watched because I'm thinking it's going to be quite similar. But if you don't know what this is, I'll be surprised if you don't. It's about a princess called Yona, and she witnesses a death of someone close to her, and she ends up going into hiding and on the run from her kingdom because it's being overthrown. And she has her bodyguard slash friend Hawk with her, and it's about her basically getting to know her people, her getting more skilled because she's being very sheltered. She's not good at using any weapons, she's not really confident, and it's a bit supernatural, so there's a bit of a prophecy thing going on. And I won't say more than that because it's a really good, like, it's nice finding out in the story as you read, but it's not your typical shoujo romance manga because there's a lot of action, it's got a lot of substance, and it's not a manga that you can just breeze through. Like so many shoujo mangas I can just be like, yep. Like, there's a lot of text and character building, world building. It is good so far. I will update you as I go with this on my channel. At the moment though, it's not disappointing. Then we've got Defying Kurosaki-kun, and this follows Yu, who joins high school, and she's a bit of a plain Jane and she wants to be more popular, more outgoing. So to do that, she's like, I'm gonna ask out my crush and idol. Oh, what's his name again? Shirakawa. Luckily for her, she moves into these dorms, like mixed gender student dorms, and he's living there, so she's like bonus. But then also the scary Kurosaka is in the freaking name, Ashley, remember it. So bad with names, people. But Kurosaka also lives there. He is friends with the other guy, but he's complete opposite to him, and you and him do not get on. It's about the relationship of all three of them, but more important, like closely, it's you and Kurosaka. I don't know about this manga. I'm very close to DNFing it. I've paused it, started reading it again, paused it again. I mean, it has 19 volumes. I think I'm on like volume 2, but I think Kurosaka is a red flag. He is possessive. He's very like forces himself on you a lot, and he's kind of like, you deserve this because of this. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. Like, sometimes his behavior, as in him being rude to her and reacting and being annoyed at her, is warranted. I mean, their first big clash is when you cut Kurosaki's hair because someone spat gum in his hair, and she's like, oh, stop complaining, and cuts off his long ponytail to get the gum out. And then he's like, what the hell did you just do? Then the next day he turns up to school, he's got short hair and he hates her. Somewhat warranted. If someone came over and cut my hair randomly, I wouldn't like them, but it doesn't excuse his behavior going forward and how pushy and weird he is with her. I don't know. I'm very close to DNFing. If you've read this and it gets better, let me know. At the moment, I'm very close to closing the door on that book. Next on the list is Daifuku-chan and the Prince. It's Daifuku-chan. Damn it. Damn it. I've tried to say this title so many times. I'm not even going to put each one in there because I can't say Daifuku right. I don't think I'm saying it right, and I keep second guessing myself. But it's Daifuku-chan No! Oh my god! It's Daifuku-chan and the Prince. There we go. And this story follows Kanari and Tawa. Kanari has just moved to Tokyo, I believe, because for uni, and she used to live in a small town. She just had a big breakup and she wants to find love and get to know herself in the big city, and she's about to move into like a shared accommodation dorm situation where some of them go to uni still, some of them are working, and they're all different ages. When she's going into the accommodation, Tawa bumps into her and is like, are you stalking me? Are you one of my stalkers? You shouldn't follow me to my house. And she gets mistaken for a stalker basically, and she's like, hang on a minute, I'm living here. He doesn't believe her, and he actually lives there. It's about her basically wanting love and her getting to know the people that she's living with and this guy Tawa. Also about him opening up and their relationship basically. Now, it's a hit and miss manga because I'm not gonna lie, he does grope her in the first chapter. He does it in his sleep, so I guess we can somewhat excuse. I swear, honest to God, in real life, you would kill the guy, but in the manga and anime, you kind of just have to blink past some of the stuff. I mean, it's bad, it is bad, but I have ended up liking him. I think I really like him because he really likes cats. And he ends up being quite sweet, but anyway, I'm enjoying it. How many volumes does it have? It's got 6 volumes, it's still releasing. It is funny, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, he is a bit weird at the beginning. I had to push past him being a bit of a weirdo. Minari is okay. She's a bit annoying. You do meet her ex and he's really fit. But yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if it's slapping. I'm probably gonna keep going with it because I have gotten to know the characters and I do somewhat like the 2 main leads, but it's not making me obsessed, if you know what I mean. Oh my God. Okay, next we've got I Fell in Love After School. Now, this has 3 main characters. It has Keo, who is the girl. She kind of helps out around the volleyball team, the guys' volleyball team, and is helping out her older brother, who is the coach for the team. And she kind of doesn't have any passions. She feels a bit useless and she wants to be good at something. So she really enjoys watching the guys playing volleyball. And Kiryu is already on the volleyball team and instantly, you know, he has the feels for our girl. But everything changes when a new guy joins the school, Kuzi. He is a legend at volleyball and the coach is like, you need to get him on the team. So then it's Keo's kind of goal to get him on the team, and then it's about the 3 of them basically. I don't know if I've explained that very well, I'm a bit waffly. It has got 8 volumes and apparently it's completed. I am not completed with it. I'm only at volume 3 or something, quite early on, but I don't think she's gonna get with the guy I want her to be with. I'm not gonna say more than that. The situationship is a bit annoying between the 3 of them because the 2 guys, they're really good friends. She's a bit of an airhead and doesn't realise when she's getting attention, which is frustrating. Like, she's a bit of a downer, in all honesty. So again, I'm not really invested in the story, but I probably will finish it. It's just a meh at the moment. It's not crazy good, but yeah, I am still early on in the manga series. So if you've read this and it gets better, or if it goes downhill, let me know because it could make or break this manga for me. Then we have The Wedding and the Shadow Princess, and this follows Izuna, who basically was a maid servant for this princess, and they look identical. And this princess is set to marry this prince, Sida, and it's gonna bring peace to 2 big continents or something, 2 big what are they called, kingdoms? But she's ill and basically she dies. So Izuna promised her on her deathbed, I will pretend to be you and I will marry him for duty. When she gets there, there's people that don't like the marriage, so then there's a lot of situations where she's in trouble, but then she's a badass. She doesn't really act like a princess because she wasn't brought up as a princess. And yeah, Sudo is pretty on it with her, being like, who are you? I don't think who you say you are. And it's about them 2 and this marriage, whether it's gonna happen, is anyone gonna find out that she's not really the princess, etc. I've just finished the 1st volume. There's only 3 volumes, so it's a very quick manga series. I am enjoying it. However, the love aspect seems extremely rushed to me, so I'm not invested, weirdly. I wish it was a bit more of a slow burn, but it's pretty boom after the 1st chapter, in a way. I don't know if anyone else has felt that way, so I will finish it, but you can tell I'm not really that into it if 3 volumes are out and I've read the first volume and then I've just left it. So yeah, I do really need to finish it. I will finish it, but it's just not wowing me. Oh, another one, which is not wowing me, is Ran the Peerless Beauty. Now, I saw this manga all over my Pinterest and actually on my TikTok. And I read a few chapters on TikTok. You know when someone puts loads of screenshots of the manga on there and you end up reading, 2 chapters, and you're like, damn, I need to read this. That's how I felt with this manga. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna read it. It looks really good. But I'm bored and I'm sad because it is a sweet story. Ran is a really cute girl. She keeps herself to herself. She's really smart and she's a bit anxious about social interactions, and she's obsessed with flowers. She tends the flowers at the school. She's part of that, I think, the gardening club or something. Then the male interest, Akira, is quite popular, but he helps his family run a flower shop and they end up helping each other out in different ways and getting to know each other. Just nothing is wowing me. It's got 10 volumes. I know how it's gonna go. It's reminding me of a bit like Kimi ni Todoke, but it's no way near as good. Like, not even scratching the surface is that harsh, probably, but it's giving me that same vibe. And they have a lot of situations where they read the room wrong and it ends up being a complete misunderstanding. And because Kimi ni Todoke had other main characters that you were invested in, like, you could get through the miscommunication chapters. But with this, there's only miscommunication and there's only 2 main characters. So then I just got annoyed more easily with the manga. I know it's fully out. I think I'm at volume 5 or something. And again, I probably will only pick it up when I feel like I have nothing else to read, which is a shame because it is a highly recommended manga. But for me, it's just not hitting. So, damn, all of these recent ones are not slapping, which is a bit sad, but hey ho. So this one is a bit different. It's a Josie and it's called Game Between the Suits, and it follows Seo, who I think she's 27 or something, and she's mega career driven, like so career driven and obsessed with work that even when she's like doing it with a guy, if her phone rings, she'll stop and be like, oh, I need to get my phone. And then the guy's like, what? And that's been a thing with her. And a lot of relationships fail because of that. And the male main character, Roichi, I'm probably not pronouncing that right. I'll write the names in the description box. But he joins the company and he's kind of like, I want to get to know you, but I don't want anything serious. Like, we should have fun. It's a bit smutty, so I guess you know that she's like, yeah, okay, friends with benz. I don't know if he's a bit of a red flag. At the beginning of the manga, there's just a bit of situations where I'm just like, oh, again, I'm just kind of breezing past it. It's okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this is an office romance. So if you like that genre, then you could give this a go. It is adult though, like it's not shoujo. And there's 4 volumes at the moment. It's ongoing. But yeah, I'm not mega impressed with it. I probably will still read it. And last but not least, we have Devil's Wish. Now this is technically not a manga. It's a like webtoon, Mawa, I think that's how you pronounce it. But I'm gonna lump it in with the manga because I'm reading it on my manga side, so I feel like it should count as a manga. And this again is not a shoujo. It has a bit of smut in it, but it's demons, college life, romance drama, a bit of supernatural, and it follows Seo Dua, who is a devil. No, he's a demon. He's a demon. And he goes to college. He just wants to kind of get along with his life. He's a bit of a flirt. He gets around the block a little bit, but he has a dream about our female lead, Swan. He's like, who is this girl and why is she in my dream? And then he bumps into her at college the next day, and she's just started this college, and it's about their relationship. He can grant wishes basically, and they end up in a situation where she asks for a wish and it goes from there. It is good. I am really, really enjoying it actually. It's got good, really good comedy and I've laughed quite a bit. I like the art and the fact that it's in colour. I don't read many of the webtoon graphic novels and I am enjoying this quite a bit. Sorry if the screen has slightly moved. I just got a phone call and I had to move my phone, so sorry about that. Luckily we're near the end of the video, but Devil's Wish has 39 chapters currently and it's still ongoing. I'm loving it. I'm glad we're ending on a high. I would 100% recommend you read it. That's all the 10 mangas I've read this year. I have had quite a few mares and lows, which is a bit of a shame. A couple of highs, which we started the video with. That was good. And I have got a lot of recommendations from my last video, which I mentioned earlier, ranking 52 shoujo mangas I read last year. So I will be starting those mangas soon and I can't wait because they've been recommended from you guys. So I'm expecting them to be good. I'm sure they will be. And I will probably make another video about my progress with those mangas. And another recommendation I got from that video is Anilist. Oh my god. I have been tracking all of my manga reads on a Google spreadsheet because I keep forgetting about them. I like to write notes about each of them and I couldn't find a program or like a website, app or anything. Not like you can with traditional books where you can have Storygraph and you can log your books on there and write notes as you go. I hadn't found anything like that. So I was doing it all on a Google sheet. Then someone was like, do you have Anilist? I'll give you a follow on there. I look it up. It's amazing. It's somewhere literally like Storygraph where you can rank and keep track of all of the mangas and anime you're reading and watching. I love it. I love it. So I'm going to link that in my description box. So if you want to keep up to date with my latest reads and comments about those chapters and yeah, just what I'm doing manga wise, then give me a follow on there. I hope you enjoyed the video. There'll be a lot more manga content coming this year. So I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.